Alright, for this episode, I'm going to be trying doing a voiceover instead of just live commentary. So, just to let you know, if you like this version better, or the live commentary better, just let me know in the comments. For this episode, we start with safety rating A, skill level of 3,876, and let's jump into the first race and see how they go. Alright, once again, we're in B class and on Le Mans, one of my favorite tracks to race on. I'm gonna let everyone by here at the beginning, just make sure that, still the first turn chaos there. You're going 4 wide or 3 wide into that first turn. I always hate that when people do that, but that's why I always let it go to the back and we'll chase from there. A little bit of dust, but everything seems to have worked out pretty well. A little smashed by the Subaru and the King. Cut the corner a little bit there, and the King and Shelby have a little touch, and then we got the Mazda that just completely spun around. Touching on this one, that's a little bit by the R32, and maybe check up a little bit, and I wiggled and got a little loose, so we made sure it didn't compromise us too much. But now we're going down the straight here, and this is where we should make up a lot of our positions. Flying around the R32, and luckily that car gave us the Subaru here moved over to the left a little bit. We try to get a little bit of draft on them. But most of these cars are not. Oh, we go 3 wide here, just getting at the perfect time to go around, and the R32 gets stuck back there. But as I said, most of those cars back there were not spaced out well enough to actually get a draft on them, but it worked out pretty well. And we come flying around this Camaro, and we have gained several spots. And this is the hardest part right here. It gets a little bumpy, and you gotta take this right-hander, and we end up coming right behind the Subaru, and we came up a little quicker than I thought. I gotta send him that quick sorry, and at least he didn't get too unsettled, I didn't get too unsettled. And then this R32 came around and almost clipped him there. The Shelby and the Subaru get into collision. That Subaru just go tumbling. A lot of chaos on that turn. Now we're doing a hard pull, trying to get caught up to the 9th place here. It's our other big area, since we're kind of going for the more speed build than the handling build. The guy in front of us has a 1.5 second penalty, so it's pretty clear that we'll most likely get that position, even if we don't catch him. But definitely looks like we're reeling him in. Slow down here a little bit. I wasn't quite sure how fast we could really take that. I didn't want to overshoot it and go into that grass over here, the sand over here like that car did. It really slows you down and messes you up, so. But we pulled up on a nice big group of them and locked up a little bit, but we should be able to start pulling on here. So we finally caught them up on the curves here. Kind of just waiting. Didn't feel like passing them since a lot of these people don't have good handling. And we're just gonna wait for our turn to pass on the first straight once you get over the finish line. The King over here gets a little loose, and I just follow him off. Just don't know why I was so wide there, but I ended up just following him off. But we only got no penalty, which is nice. Final little chicanes here. Looking nice, and like I said, we're just kind of waiting. I'm kind of surprised he didn't get a penalty for that one. The last chicane piece there looked like he was almost fully off. But
last lap, let's go.
Just pulling on him, and I don't really like the pass here. I think it's a little risky, especially if I start sliding out on him. So I kind of slow down to make sure I didn't get too bad of a run or slide out and hit him. And I don't know how he did not get an off track for that big of a cut, but he gets the position back, and we're just going to wait our time until that long straight. We know we'll get him there. little slow on the curves, but I mean, he doesn't have that much of handling. It looks like definitely a speed build. And we get a good run on him on that corner, and we start using his draft, and we're definitely pulling on him here. But it looks like he has a lot more power than we do, because just when we're alongside him, he gets into that next gear and he starts pulling back. Let's see here in a second. There you go. And all of a sudden he is just pulling on us hard. We're gonna have to change our 6th gear to not be so long on that one. But it works out, we get in his draft, we start gaining some speed here, and I go over a little bit too much, kind of yank the wheel over, and it's making my car unsteady a little bit, so. But then we kind of just start doing a little bump draft here with them. And I realize we're coming up to the turn, so I try to get on the inside. Luckily, we don't get any contact there. We're pulling up on this pink Porsche pretty quick. Brake a little bit, brake pretty hard, and then give him enough room on the outside here. Take the inside really tight, right up against that Porsche, and then he decides, oh no, I'm just gonna take the inside line, and if your car's there, that's so be it. I'm heavier than you, so I'll turn you around. And we get caught up by that R32. He passes us just for a second here, but we definitely have a lot more speed and power than he does, and with his draft, we just zoom around him and start making that gap, head back towards the King. Lock it up a little bit, and R32 comes up and hits us pretty hard in the back, but I mean, we are kind of at an odd angle there, so fair enough. I don't really blame him for that. It happens. And we're just sitting on his bumper knowing that we are faster, and we'll definitely be able to pull around him on this longer straight area before the chicane or the curbs. And then we start catching up to the King here, and if you watch him, and karma, instant karma, there we are. Not instant, but it definitely helped out. And he goes spinning around, and if you watch the upper leaderboard there, he loses a couple spots, so felt pretty good. I mean, we ended up securing 8th place, and that's how that race ended. So, I mean, pretty good race overall, and it was nice to see some karma, kind of like what happened to me last race. So now we're into our BMW. Chose this one because we have race tires, so we wanted to make sure we got a little bit better grip. Going with the medium, so the last all race, but and we have that annoying close marker on our showing like left quarter panel, and then we got the Subaru cutting us a little bit, and she just decides, oh no, we're gonna just cut in on you and bump you, and I was trying to turn more, but my wheel wouldn't do anything, so. But we'll try to chase him down and try to make up some positions, and I decided, oh, I'm just gonna go on the inside here, and we got a little bit too close to him. Oops. But I was kind of sick of the rammers at that point after I dealt with Mr. Kyle Petty. And luckily that Honda here made a mistake, and he was able to cause an issue to make it so we could get a little run on him and catch up to him. And finally, through the tight chicanes here, we were able to get on up to him and make the pass. So it's a little bit sloppy, but it looks like he came out a little wide and turned in tight, and I almost clipped him. And then we started making a run on the car in front of us, and we did a little bit better braking in the corner here. And we were just able to catch up to him here. And then we had to went for a little bit of a tight line there to try to get around him. And it kind of just messed us up for this corner. I should have just backed off until we got to a straight, or made a better decision here, because it made me run wide on my own. And then I was running right next to him, and he just didn't give me any space on that corner. Kind of hit me off, and then I ended up clipping the wall here, and it sent me in a spin. So unfortunately, that kind of wrecked our race, and we really didn't catch up to him for the entire thing. Kind of finished where we're just one place ahead of where we started, but could Could have been worse, and that's the episode. So we're ending with a safety rating of S, skill level of 3,844. Not much different than what we started with, but I think we're going to go back to the other classes and we'll give that a try and see how the races go in the future, and hopefully gain a lot more places. Well, that's all, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I have to say those things. And let me know how you like the voiceover versus like live commentary. Thanks, and thanks for watching.